Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun. We are still on the update, everyday update on the upcoming national or nationwide protest in Nigeria. Even the government don't do anything anymore right now. Their main job right now is to what? Is to stop it if they can. Those who are organizing or mobilizing protests in Nigeria do not love Nigeria. Thiefnubu. They are faceless. They are virtually mobilizing the Nigerians. They are inciting Nigerians against me, even though I am doing my best. They can't find them. Read the caption, read the description, like the broadcast, share it. We're about to start. With a wicked that threatened yesterday has been replied. You better get ready. Abuja no be Rivers. Even in Rivers, he wasn't really in charge. Do what is right. Don't pretend that you don't know what the demands are. They've already told you your demands are not achievable. Endure, pray. Clerics have been activated. I am still waiting for the pastors. The royal fathers have been activated and other voluntary slaves too. They know they do Oro again for Lagos. So Lagos say no, we are not doing any Oro. We apologize. So they won't drag the gods into this. Now they want to deploy money. They are inviting comrades. But today again, this is going to be the moment that if you can do anything to help aggravate the blood pressure of the bad idiots, the bastards, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, the voluntary slaves, the crumb eaters, the ass lickers, and the all-risers, you know them. There is any better time for you to get them more murder, their blood pressure shut up, right? This is that time. Because if you are looking for the textbook definition of a desperate or desperation, they have thrown everything against the common request, simple request. People are facing hell because of your corrupt policies that has dipped them into more poverty. They've been there, yes, but they can feel it, that it is worse. They want that stopped. You said they have to sacrifice. You increase the electricity tariff by over 300%. Nobody they generated any more light. Oh. You increase the tuition, right? By removing the subsidy on education. You increase tuition by over 200, 300%. For poor people that are facing highest inflation in history, 44% food inflation, they call it. So you made policies that increased the import duty tariff that today, ordinary person in Nigeria, even strong person for Nigeria right now, can no longer afford a year 2020 car. Then born you. So you've destroyed their lives, you cut down their purchasing power, you have accumulated more debts, devalued the naira by floating the naira. All of these policies are the stuff that change the lives of everybody for the worse. That they are now asking that maybe Boko Haram should come back. Can you imagine? Eh? You have appointed, they said, Nigeria no get money, Nigeria no get money. Thiefnubu has appointed over 30,000 political jobbers as board members, as ministers, as PAs, as SAs, as this, as that. And they are doling out money. How do I know that? The recurrent expenditure in Nigeria has now grown by 25%. Do you know what that means? Let's assume that before Thiefnubu, Nigeria is broke and corrupt, you get? So before Thiefnubu, Nigeria, for example, let's say Nigeria was spending 1 trillion on taking care of these thieves every year. Under Thiefnubu, within a year, it has now grown to over 1.3 trillion, 25%. And these are unproductive people. They had nothing. They had absolutely nothing to the country. To the economy, they are drains. He selected the worst of the worst people because he himself is what? Now, do you see this worst set of people that he has given these positions here and there? They are grateful to him. To them, their loyalty is to the presidios, not to the country. What did Nigeria do them? What did Nigeria do for them? When they tell you that they are lifting people out of poverty, they are lifting themselves out of poverty. These are poor people. Poor people with money. Poor in intellect. Poor in judgment. Poor in decision making. And all of that. Poor people. But the only thing they have is money. So all this, if you have a policy, you say, I'm trying. And guess what? What he's telling them? He said, I have sent out rice, food. I have given fertilizers. I mean, ridiculous, right? But that is not working. So now Thiefnubu is accusing Nigerians that we have seen thousands of videos of them hearing their frustration daily. And nobody is listening to them. Nobody wants to listen to them. These rogues said they know what the people want. So therefore, they are doing what the people want. And the people you are doing it for, look at them. So they are not listening. They are now accusing everyone they can accuse. Just like under Boko Haram, when they blamed opposition for why Nigeria economy was bad. They blamed the climate change for why Nigeria economy was bad. They blamed Boko Haram blamed the youth for why Nigeria economy was bad. Blame Nigerians again for why economy was bad. Blame the weather. They also blamed God. The only person they never blamed was themselves. So what Thiefnubu is doing is called state capture. Okay? It's going to be permanent. You are meant to get used to it. And that is why he won't talk to you. No. Why would he talk to you? He won't talk to you. He would rather talk to these other members of their establishment, like the Islamic clerics, like their pastors. You know, say, all these your new churches that you are seeing today, they are like more or less like Protestant churches that broke out of Apostolic, Catholic, what other one? And now you have all of these other churches here. They were protesting against the norms in the main churches. All this Anglican, all this Apostolic, Catholic, the foundational churches, right, of Christianity. Then you have all these modern churches, miracle workers, prosperity preachers, businessmen, pulpit bandits, who open business centers. And now, the people that they are milking, the people that they are lying to and giving this false hope to, they are facing the worst of the worst economy in 28 years. It's on record. Nigerians are facing the worst existence in 28 years. Right? But rather than them to say, we are Protestants, so we disagree with the norm in the main church. That's why we started our own churches, to make sure that people are free. Now they are threatening you too. I haven't seen much of them yet, we have heard from the Islamic body, the Muslim, the Mumu ticket campaigners. They are not addressing the problem. Nobody is addressing the problem. You have increased public spending on the political appointees, not on the people. You have accumulated so much debt that you have destroyed your currency, devalued people's hard work everywhere you work right now. Before they pay you that money for that your job, you have already lost 40% of that money. Do you not know that? You have lost 40% of the value. So this is what they have done to you. This is what you are asking them to change. But they are not addressing that. They are pointing fingers. They hate me. They hate Nigeria. They want to make Nigeria bomb. Why are you not addressing this? All these useless people threatening people everywhere. They have no real value they add into the country. They are just your court jesters, praise singers, like this clown. We're a wiki. Where is he again? Yeah, somewhere there.
We're all aware of the threats as regards to protests, as regards to what some people may call bad governance. We believe that we have right to protest, we have right to demonstrate, but all this has to come within the ambit of the law. This period, we think that all Nigerians should work collectively in order to salvage our country. I'm aware that there are challenges. Mr. President and his team are working very hard to make sure that those challenges, those problems facing our country are being solved. We know that it is a very difficult period for citizens. Mr. President has come up clearly that there are challenges and there are problems, but those problems and challenges should be tackled. And we believe in him. And we urge all Nigerians, those who are patient, that at the end of the day, will come out of this economic woes. For us as FCT, we have seen the changes in FCT. We have seen that the government is working. Mr. President has given FCT so much support that a lot of us can attest to the fact that there are a lot of changes going on in the FCT. And therefore, we will not allow anybody to set us back. We are looking forward to make sure that we take FCT to where it's supposed to be, as one of the major cities, not only in Africa, but also in the world. And so we will not allow anybody to disrupt peace, set us back. And so, for those who want to protest on the 1st or thereabout, FCT is not available for such a protest. FCT is not available for such protest. Unfortunately, though, that is the day FCT has set aside for the entire area council's jubilating to give out certificate of recognition to all their traditional rulers. So we will not allow that day that the FCT has set aside to honor their traditional rulers for their people to come and rejoice. And then somebody will say that you want to disrupt that day. We will not allow it. So we want to make it categorically clear that that day is a day of the entire 6 area councils will be meeting to recognize and give a certificate of honor to their traditional rulers. And so we also invite our people to come and join us that day and celebrate. It is part of the achievement of the administration. So let the whole world hear us and hear us very well. That day is not available for those who want to protest, and that it is not available for the protesters. Thank you, and God bless you.
Nuisance, Lele.
Like this, I swear, I like this. It is on record. There were a week called security meeting to tell them that protests will not be allowed in Abuja. So after the meeting, they will now mobilize them, give them money, the license to go and kill. So I like it. I love it. Do you know that the Abobakus in the contraption and abroad, there are a few of them that actually believe that there is not going to be any protest. People should stop worrying themselves. Ashiwaju knows what to do to make sure, say, no protest will happen anywhere. That's the confidence. And stop worrying yourself, Jare, for protest when it will happen. That's why I said, I love this. I do. Here is what the Take It Backers sent to Werewike. I don't know if you got it or not. The first letter is on the left. I mean, on the left of your screen. The second letter is from Dohati, the guy that contested for Lagos State governorship seat, right, last year. He also sent the letter, right, on your screen. Yeah, Take It Backers to Werewike, right? They said, as one of the groups organizing the forthcoming End Bad Governance protest, Days of Rage, starting from 1st August to 10th August 2024, we at the Take It Back movement write to your esteemed office to notify you of our decision to use the Eagle Square as a point of convergence for patriotic Nigerians to demand for better governance. This request entails using the national asset day and night for the duration of the historic protest. Also, note that the protest may be prolonged beyond 10 days as we embark on resolving the protracted national crisis occasioned by the ruling party. Further, your office must also ensure the provision of 24-hour power supply, toilet facilities, water, and security for the convenience of Nigerian citizens who will be camped out at Eagle Square. In short, we ask that the protesters are accorded the courtesy accorded to foreign and local official dignitaries who have frequently used the space. In addition, we request that the outer wire mesh barrier facing the Aso Rock Villa be removed in the meantime, as protesters may decide to visit the presidential villa during the protests. It is our sincere hope that this request will be granted expeditiously. Revolutionary regard, Latenu Damilare Adenola, Director of Mobilization. So if you are looking for the organizers of the protest, now you have one, okay? And they are not hiding. They are not faceless, okay? They are not. So Showore has made it clearer here that, listen, people will come out. The only way you, Werewike, would actually have any chance at all is when people don't come out. Everybody can continue to issue their threat. They can continue to issue this grandstand and just make all these statements. No wahala. Because to the guys like Werewike, you know what they call development, and government is working. Awarding contracts, substandard contract for exorbitant costs, right? So this is them. We are working. We are working. We will commission road. Show you car road. We renovated that. We renovated the road to EFCC office. We are working. We will give cars to policemen for security. We are going after the one chance here in Abuja. So, no protest. We are working. They do not have anything called the human capital development at all. It's not their forte. And that is why they are sending out all of these threats. So the guy from Lagos, open letter on possible nationwide protest commencing on August 1. The animated conversation around the possibility of nationwide protest in the next few days is clear evidence of widespread discontent, born out of the persistent and increasing hardship faced by most citizens. This cannot be wished away. The right of citizens to protest is entirely legitimate, constitutionally guaranteed, and must be protected. While it is true that well-meaning protests can be hijacked by some for nefarious purposes, it is a risk that exists anywhere in the world, including in the most developed nations. In the past, I had cautioned that it is only a matter of time before Lagos State will be faced with another protest situation. I expressed the hope that in the intervening period, the state would have invested substantially in building the capacity for engagement and mitigation that would be needed for it to be more prepared for the next significant protest whenever it eventually came. Non-lethal crowd cannot, so it said, non-lethal crowd control, rather, equipment, protective equipment for security personnel, training in crowd engagement, operations, communications, ICT tools, and equipment, and so on. Mr. Governor, the focus at this time should be on preparing to manage the situation that may unfold in our state in the next few days. This requires coordination with security agencies to develop a plan for engaging with protesters and deploying well-resourced multidisciplinary operations command center. The emphasis should be on de-escalation while ensuring the right to protest is upheld, implementing firm but measured responses to deal with violent escalation and promptly addressing any casualties. The current attempts to discourage the protest through moral suasion may ultimately fail, as there is a sense that leadership has, by its visible excesses, so undermined its own moral authority as to render such entreaties ineffective. On the other hand, threat and intimidation, including the recent hasty, curfew-like announcement that conveniently and disingenuously invokes community traditional beliefs like the Oro festival, thereby demeaning them, may end up reinforcing the will of a people determined to make themselves heard through protests. I use this medium to encourage us all, especially those in Lagos State that may choose to engage in the legitimate exercise of their constitutional rights to peaceful protest, rather, as well as a security agency personnel, to remain law-abiding and safety-conscious. Yours faithfully, Dohati Funshaw. They won't listen. That I can guarantee you. They have their hearts cemented, buried. It is no longer beating. They have acquired, they have gotten away with so much that they believe that the citizens have no right to question them. You have no right. They are deploying different means to intimidate the people. The Islamic cleric, Thiefnubu, was with them. Remember, they were initially with Rebadu, the national security advisor, that gave them 16 million naira each. Finally, they have shown their faces. And the message they got from Thiefnubu for you, our Islamic cleric is Sonu.
Thank you so much.
Alhamdulillah.
I've just met with Mr. President. I'd like to know when you're here with your
Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man walahum bi ihsan ila yawmiddin. As you have seen, the group of ulama representing the Islamic groups were here, and we sat with Mr. President. And alhamdulillah, we are a medium through which the less privileged in society can send their views, their concern to the president. And alhamdulillah, we have taken up what people are saying about the hardship, the insecurity, and what have you. And alhamdulillah, the president listened to us. We are those who became the ambassadors